All right, good evening and welcome to the 2023 Fall Sports Awards. On behalf of the athletic department, I'd like to thank the Booster Club for pitching in and helping us get this going. We wanted to do it a little bit different this year. A couple people to say thank you to. First, the coaches. Everybody wants to be a coach until you realize actually what a coach really does every day. And so hats off to these people behind me, sacrificing times away from their family. And I know a lot of these guys and ladies back here put a ton of hard work into their craft. They show up every day, every practice with a plan, not just let's just get out here and figure it out. They're very organized, and we're proud to have them as part of our staff. Second, to players, you sacrifice your time. You work hard, you go do extra things after practice, and hard work pays off, you know, and we're real proud of you guys. For parents, thank you for taking your kids to practice, early morning practices, late practices, weekend practices, traveling all over the world. We really appreciate you guys for all that you do for us. We would also like to thank all the donors that give to each of the teams. There's a lot of people that are kind of sports specific, and then some people that just give money to everybody. We really appreciate you guys as well. At the conclusion of tonight's awards, the Booster Club has provided some light refreshments for our athletes and coaches. They also got a cool little photo deal set up there. Somebody can go get their selfie made. That'll be cool. So without further ado, first up will be cross country and Coach Gilbert.
As you said, I'm Coach Silbeck. This is my first year doing cross country, and I promise I'm not going to keep this too long. I don't really like talking in front of people too much anyway. First off, I'll call on my people, and I had a couple of missions that weren't in the program for some reason, but I'll go ahead and call them up first. And Will LaRue, Eddie McAfee, Haley Lex, Logan King, Mason Manis, Larry Miller, Jordan Wellington, and Jack Wellington. These kids I'm extremely proud of. They've showed up. We had morning practices this year, which is new to them, and for the most part, they all showed up every day, ready to run, because this is not an easy sport. Literally all we do is run long distances. It's not built for everyone. But these kids get up every day, they come, they run, and do their best to try to improve times every week. With that said, all our other meets this year, we had many. I don't think we went to a single meet this year where we didn't walk away with a medal, and even came away with our first girls team award that we've gotten in almost a decade. And so we've had a very successful season. Now with this, I have a few awards that I will give out. First off, I have my most improved runners. And for the girls, I actually have two this year. Both of these are new to the sport, at least here. And one, she's a competitor, always has been, and I know that she was going to come in here and give it her best every time, and it showed with her medaling almost every meet that she came in, and that would be Haley Epps. And the second one is new to the school system this year, but she came in and wanted to run cross country almost as soon as she got here. And she worked hard every meet to try to get to that podium. And finally, on the very last meet, she got her first medal of the year and improved her time every race. And that's Gracie Wellington. And then I'll finish up with the girls on my female runner of the year. And this girl was about 44 seconds away from qualifying for state this year, and I have no doubt when she comes back next year that she's going to work harder and make it to state, and that would be Macy Mays. Now for the male side, I'll go to most improved first. And this guy came in late in season. He only got to run about the last half of the season with us. But as soon as he came in, he made an immediate impact and was pushing for medals almost every time he was out there, and that would be Aiden McAfee. And my male runner of the year is, even though he's only a freshman, he was one of the few that was consistently close to medaling or medaling at all of our meets. It was almost disappointing he didn't go to districts because I think he really could have qualified. And that'd be Wayne Kelly. And that's all. Congratulations, guys.
Okay, this year I'm going to be doing some things differently than what we've done in the years past. Before I talk about this year's season, I want to talk about things that are more important. Okay? And what's really important, and that is the academic achievement of these football players, so many of these boys. Over 50% of the boys that finished our season had a 3.0 or higher, and I'm really proud of that. So I'm going to call out these athletes that I'm honoring for their academic achievement. You can hold your applause until I get them all called out. I appreciate it. First of all, Cliff Hodo with a 3.12. Colton Gannon, 3.2. John Joyner, 3.2. Jalen Young, 3.2. James Billings, 3.2. Kendall Schrader, 3.2. Devin Alfonso, 3.29. Logan Price, 3.66. Jacob Putnam, 3.7. Madden Goldridge, 3.89. And the last one, Zach Cook, with a 3.94. Logan, you, Madden, and Zach can stay up there. The rest of you can go back to your seat. Okay, these three boys here qualified for academic All-State. I want to recognize that. We have Logan Price, academic All-State, Madden Goldridge, and Zach Cook. I'm very proud of these boys for keeping their grades up during what's been a difficult season. Despite having a season that's had its fair share of adversity, these boys kept their nose to the grindstone in their classes, and I'm very proud of them. Let's give them a hand. Okay, now I'm going to call you all players up here one at a time. One thing I'm doing this year is a lot of these boys stuck it out all the way to the end. Okay? And when I call your name, I want to give you an honor medal for lettering and doing what you had to do. So many of you had to switch positions and do what's best for the team. So I want to recognize that. First of all, Demarion Brown. Caden Buffington. Luke Emmons. Kendall Schrader. Logan Price. Seth Anders. Hunter Jones. Devin Alfonso. Brady Billings. Brian Monahan. Jacob Putnam. Zach Cook. Got him? Austin Summerfield. Matt Wooley. John Joyner. Evan Martin. Jalen Young. Stephen Lane. Jerry Bishop. And finally, Cole Gannon. Baby boys can come see. Okay, now for the individual awards. First, I'd like to talk about the season just a little bit. Everybody knows it was a difficult season, and these players endured a lot through injuries and adversity. They were asked to do many of things and be unselfish. You know, to play multiple positions, and they did it to the best of their ability. I'm really proud of that. So, with that being said, the offensive award, we have co-winners for that. Offensive award, first winner, Cliff Hogan. The other one, Madden Wolf. Both of these boys played multiple positions and did it to their best ability, and they were a vital part of our offense. For the defensive award, this goes to a young man who would fly all over the field. He was our leading tackler, okay? And he could hit the hole quick when he played linebacker, and he was strong on the edge. Very proud of his accomplishments. The defensive award goes to Caden Buffy. Okay, Special Teams Award goes to a young man that has got good vision. He can find a good hole, and he had over 270 yards of return yardage for us on kickoff and punt returns. This kid's got a bright future, and he's going to make some noise before he's finished. Special Teams Award, Devin Alfonso. Okay, the Most Valuable Player Award. This person was chosen because of all the things that he did in every aspect of the game. He was vital to special teams. He was big on defense and played multiple roles on offense for us, and he did a good job wherever we put it. Most Valuable Player Award, Caden Butler. The Most Improved Award goes to a young man who he's been busting his butt in the weight room. He's taken a serious approach to developing himself, and he's working hard for future goals. He gets after it every day that he can. I'm proud of his efforts to making himself better. This year's Most Improved Award goes to Zach Cook. Okay, a couple of new categories that I added this year. The Best Teammate Award. This for the person who we thought very positive. He worked hard. He encouraged his teammates whether things were going good or going bad. He also had to be thrown in to the games in different positions. And he never once heard him complain. He was always a positive person, and usually when we came home from games and practices, he was the last to leave the field house. Best Teammate Award, Jerry Fisher. The Coaches Award. Coaches Award for a young man who's also a hard worker, unselfish player, always respectful to his teammates and coaches. He had a great attitude, did whatever he was asked to do, whether that was cleaning up the bus, working hard on the field, wherever he was working hard and he did it with a great attitude. This year's Coaches Award goes to Colton Gannon. This year's Lineman Award. This goes to a young man that I have seen tremendous improvement from the time he was a freshman until now. He's worked hard, he's matured a lot, and he opened up many gaps for us. We ran probably 70% of our run plays behind him, because we knew we could count on him to make something happen. This boy's also got a bright future, and you just need to keep working hard. Lineman Award, Trent Andrews. Okay, now, we had some managers this year that were good help to us. One of them's not here, but I'd like to recognize Cheyenne Pullen for her help with coaching. One of the announcements about awards, the All-CMO Conference selections and nominations will be announced at the Car Trophy Banquet in Poplar Bluff. That's at like 6 o'clock on November 29th. And you'll find out who our all-conference selections are at that time. Thank you. Okay, I would like to mention a few folks who've been big supporters for us in football. Jim and James Stillwell, Gary Pennington, Steve Inman, Dr. Jim Hunt. I want to thank all the boosters that supported us, the parents, the student body that was always there cheering us on, even when things were not going good for us. And at last, I want to thank my wife, Nicole, for all the support and the encouragement you give me all the time. Thank you. closing, I'd like to say something to you football players. I want to share a quote, one of my favorite quotes with you. It says, "We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face tough challenges." Gentlemen, we have had to face a lot of challenges. Some of you upperclassmen have been facing a lot of challenges since you were freshmen and sophomores. And we faced many adversities in the last few years. But remember this, we can be whatever kind of team that we want to be. We can choose what we want to be. We can choose how hard we want to work and believe in each other. We can face our challenges head on and meet them with good results that are positive. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Coach Home, this is Coach Kennedy. We're with volleyball, obviously. This year, the volleyball team had a pretty good season. Although we didn't have a winning record, we definitely had a huge improvement. We almost doubled our wins from last year. We had a winning regular season. We go to some pretty stout tournaments throughout the year. We gained a few losses through those, but it's not a waste of time or a useless time. We definitely learned some things from it. We've gained a lot of confidence this year, and I'm hoping that they continue to see that growth and take it into next year and continue to build a program where we started. So first off, let me introduce everyone, and then we'll talk about them. So starting with our freshmen, Natalie Abrams, Brooklyn Berry, Myla Spencer, Ava Smith, Kenzie Killian, Trinity Wood, and Presley. Our sophomores, Ava Monahan, Nina Gomez, Lily Knight, and Haley West. Our juniors, Ashley Hall, Adrian Moore, and last but certainly not least, my seniors, Heather Kirk, Cindy Rubis, Adam Arnold, Teresa Mathis, Ashlyn Fowler, and Marla Dahl. All right, both of mine, varsity and JV teams did some remarkable things this year, and I'm pretty proud of. My JV team went 10-6 this year with some pretty great wins that we haven't had in the past seasons. We had a lot of girls playing both JV and varsity, and they stepped up when needed. We had a few games that we were pushing the set limits because we needed everyone that we could get. So I'm super proud of them for doing that. We don't take as many stats for JV, but the ones that I do keep and do take notice to, I do want to give them more recognition. So first, if you've ever watched a game of volleyball, you cannot start anything until you serve the ball. So that's obviously an extremely important part of the game. So we take a lot of pride in that. So we do make sure that we keep stats on that. And my first one I'm going is most aces for our JV team is Haley Epps with 23. And serving percentage, the best percentage this year was 91.1% on JV, and that goes to Kenzie Kirkman. And most kills for JV goes to Myla Stracher. for most assists. For most improved, I don't always do this one, but I think that this girl proved herself pretty quickly. For those of you that don't know Miss Luna, she is our Cornish sing student, and if you would have came and watched her come the first day of practice, I think she watched a volleyball go up in the air one time, and she said, "Ooh, I don't think I can do that." I mean, it literally just went in the air. She's like, "I don't think I can do that. I take volleyball and I throw," and that's literally what she said to me. So we went from her thinking that she was going to throw a volleyball to her playing the rest of the season in the games and have no issues. So for my most improved, that goes to Miss Luna Gomez. And lastly, I asked both of my teams to vote for who they think their team MVP is. And it was a close one for JV, but the winner for that one is Miss Myra Skirmish. Right, on to varsity. So varsity ended their season 11-16 and 9-6 regular season. So taking out all of those tournaments, we did still have a winning regular season, which I'm proud of because it's been a while since we've done that even. I think that deserves some recognition. A few players got some OFC and all district honors. We'll talk about those later. But we did only take one loss during our OFC time, and that makes us walk away with this giant trophy we have on these, with the table. So volleyball, right now we don't have enough teams to have a tournament, and so we just do season champs. And so since we had like winning record for volleyball season champs, we get to take home the massive traveling trophy. So I'm super proud of it for that. I can't tell you the last time that we were even close to doing that. We only lost one time against Greenville in a 5-set battle. It's a rough one, but it doesn't count. It's fine. Anyway, I'm extremely proud of this team and what we accomplished this season. They worked their tails off, and I can't thank them enough for the amount of trust that they had on me. I told them to do something, there was no questions asked. They did it, and I don't know if they just crossed their fingers and hoped that it worked, or they truly believed that it was going to work, but either way, it happened, and it did work. I bragged on the toughest season. Tons of people bragged on them outside. I made a proud coach almost every single time I walked, literally anywhere in public. Someone had something nice to say about the team, and that makes you feel good for sure. So on to our awards. We have a little bit more for varsity. I'll explain what some of them mean because we have things that are rated in volleyball, and so they don't necessarily make sense all the time. So I'll explain what the ratings exactly mean. This one's pretty obvious though. Survey percentage is a 97.3% accuracy, which is amazing. Goes to Miss Carissa Mathis. All right, in our most aces, we had 55 aces from this girl. I also want to point out that this server had a 2.34 rating. So basically what that means is even if the opposing team got her serve up, 47% of the time they were going to have to chase that next ball. And so the first pass, they may have got it up in the air, but they were going to the bleachers or the stands or the walls to go get that second pass. So 47% of the time they were unable to get a hit out of that. And that goes to Miss Ashley Hall. In our hitting percentage, she had a 1.9 hitting percentage. It's hard to kind of put that in perspective because there's not really a great hitting percentage range in high school. You go get more college and they're like 200, 300 ranges. So for her, getting 190 in high school is still pretty good, and that goes to Miss Kinsey Reese. Our setter for this year, which racked up all the assists that you can imagine, goes to Miss Ashley Hall with 373. Alright, and our next one is the serve receive rating. So this is one of those rating ones again. Our highest was a 1.8 rating, so that means that out of all the balls that she received on serves, she had a 60% chance of getting a good quality hit out of those, which is really good. And I also want to say that she received 602 balls this year and only made 54 errors. So all in all, that with 329 days also goes to Miss Heather. Most blocks this year, I also want to put in mind that these do count as solo blocks and block assists, but generally I didn't have anyone else jump because all my other girls, if you can tell, are significantly shorter than Kinsey. So they got maybe fingertips above the net, so I was like, you know what, don't even jump, we'll just let Kinsey take control of the net. And she got 74 blocks this year solo, so that is fantastic. And there's one other for Kinsey. She is also, she got the most kills this season with 328. And same with the JV team, I have varsity vote for who their team MVP is. And every single person, except for the person voted for Kinsey. Kinsey was not very well deserving for sure. All right, there's a few additional honors that I'm super excited to present. I have 2 girls that officially broke some records this year and will be put into the record book. The first one that I want to point out is Heather Kirk. Okay, Heather will be put in our record book officially for the most stakes in a single season, with 329 days. She achieved that this year. Also, she's got one other plaque. She surpassed 500 career days this season as well, so she was going to have to get a plaque with that. She achieved 559 days in her career. And Kinsey Reedus will also be crowned this season with the most single season career kills, coming in with 328 in a single season. She also hit some amazing milestones this year. She surpassed 500 career kills pretty early in the season. About midway through, we celebrated her hitting 600 career kills, and she actually ended the season with 718 career kills. So I just want to put that into a little bit of perspective how much she dominated the court this year. She came in the start of her senior year with 390 kills under her belt, and she ended with over 700. So obviously she racked up over 300 kills this season, and that is just amazing. That you can go from 300 to 700 in one season. Still just blows my mind, and she definitely proved herself on the court this year. We did have 3 players get some postseason honors. We just now finished all of them up last week, so I had just enough time to get them all on their plaques and announce it. Kinsey received all conference, and she also received second team all district this year. And Heather Kirk and Ashley Hall both received all conference as well, and all district honorable mention. Right now, the part I've been dreading the most. We obviously have a fairly old team. I have 6 seniors sitting to the left of me. And let me tell you, they've made it really hard to let go of them. They're not an easy group to be like, all right, get out the door, in with the old, in with the new. So to show their appreciation or my appreciation, all their dedication, I have presented all of my seniors with a plaque that I've done of distinction. On this plaque, I've listed all the things that they've accomplished during their time as Doniphan volleyball players. There's 2 things on the list that every single one of them have that I'm the most proud of. One, every single one of my girls have gotten academic all-state every single year that they have been a volleyball player on the varsity team. So that's something to cheer about. And now together, as their senior to put that they're OFC champs on their plaque as well, so that's something special they always get to share. So that's also on their distinction plaques. And then there's just some other things that they may have accomplished throughout their time. And I asked them all to pick their favorite action shot, but of course Mr. Steve took of them. It's hard to pick, honestly. They went through all of them, and I got like 5 for each one. Like, you pick your favorite. And I'm like, I don't know how. They're all so good. So thank you, girls, for putting in all your time. I know you guys stuck through it the whole time, and you made it very special. Also want to thank Kennedy for sticking through it all with me, listening to complain, helping me do literally everything, and just staring at each other because we both don't know what to do. I also want to thank Mr. Steve for coming to all of our pictures, or all of our games to take some pictures of them and have some great memories for last time. And I thank my husband Lucas. And then every single coach understands that you do not have a personal life when season happens, and you have to have a husband or a wife that is willing to let go of you for a few months. And I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for all the parents that traveled all that time. There were a ton of you guys all the time, and you were probably louder than we were half the time, so I can't thank you guys enough either. And lastly, not leastly, thank you for Booster Club. This is the first year that I feel like we've had as much support as we've had, and it has made my life and the girls' life a lot easier. We did not go to one single away game or tournament where we had to pay out of pocket, or they had to pay for their own meals. So thank you all, and congratulations, girls.
And one thing that I wanted to mention before Coach Fagan comes up, I just wanted to give a special shout out. This year, Savannah Moe was selected as the Ozark Foothills Conference Coach of the Year. So.
I've been put on a timer this year. My wife even sent me a text while ago that said, remember, minimal talking. I guess they think I talked a little long last year. I'm going to try not to do that this year, but first of all, we finished our fall season this year. Softball did with a 19-11 record. We started the season a little rough. The first of the season was a little rough. We started 1-7. Our first 8 games, we were 1-7. But after that, I don't know what happened, but something clicked, and we went 18-4 after that start. So I'm very proud of the girls for hanging in there, not getting down, not getting frustrated, continuing to work hard, and making the improvements that we needed to end the season as we did. We did win our very first week. We hosted what I think is the very first Doniphan Invitational Tournament up on the hill this year. We had teams from St. Louis area, Sykeston, Notre Dame out of K, and us that came, and we won that, our very first invitational tournament, and hopefully we can continue that each year. And we came up a little short this year in the district tournament. We did make it to the finals. We beat a very good Monette team in the semifinals to make it to the finals, and came up just a little short. We got beat 1 run in the championship game. It was disheartening, but at the same time, I can't say that my girls fought the entire way, because we were down after 3 or 4 innings, 4-0, and they fought back and took the lead and gave us an opportunity to win. And that's all you can ask as a coach. You just go give us the opportunity to win. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but let's just give us the opportunity. And they did that. I'm going to call them and have them come up here, and Coach Lipe is going to give them a medal with the Doniphan Invitational Tournament champs and the district tournament runner-up medal. So just get your medal and head on down to the table. And we'll just start Tara Davis. Carson Haygood. Paige Wilson. Kenna Kirby. Peyton Lowry. Callie Hawkins. Kieran Bond. Adam Jackson. Belinda Watson. You're supposed to go that way. You always have to be different. Michael Burton. Oh, and it's Kinsey Davis. She's on the wrong road. Before I get into the awards, I meant to do this first, but I do want to thank some people before I forget it, and I'm probably going to forget some people anyway, but I want to thank Coach Life here and Kara for helping me this year. They were my assistants all year. They did a great job being my soundboard, especially in those first 8 games, being my soundboard and somebody to bounce ideas off of and everything, so I'm very thankful for them. I'm thankful for the parents. I mean, I've done this 2 years, and I'm telling you, we've got great parents. If we need something, we're going to get it, okay? And the supporters in the community have been great to support us these last 2 years that I've been a coach, and probably before that. But I'm very thankful for that. I also want to thank Misty Lauer. She kept the scorebook all year for me this year, and Dee Burton kept the game changer for me as well. We also have some managers that started with us, but they had middle school basketball start, but they were here definitely when they could through the summer, as well as up until the time that they started practicing. But there was Kinsey Taylor, Bradley Bowles, Mac Jackson, Paisley Klepsick. I want to thank them for coming out and helping us when they could. And then lastly, I do want to thank my wife. I know that there were times that she couldn't be there, but for the majority of the season, my wife manned the concession stand, and I appreciate her very much for doing that. And supporting me. It's not hard to support a coach, I can tell you, especially during the season. Now we'll get into our awards, and just like baseball, softball, you can about get a statistic for anything. So, but I kind of broke it down to kind of similar to what we did last year. And I'll just start off with the batting average. This will be offensive awards. Our batting average this year award goes to Kenna Kirby. She hit .517. Our RBIs this year goes to Doniphan Watson with 38. Are you going to bring me the award? Our home runs, Kieran Bond. On base percentage, Kenna Kirby. Slugging percentage, Kenna Kirby. Stolen bases, Kenna Kirby. And runs scored, Kenna Kirby. Sacrifice bunts, and if you don't know what a sacrifice bunt is, get with me after this. I'm short on time, so I'm not going to explain it here. But it goes to Carson Haygood. Fielding percentage, Micah Burton. These next ones were voted by the players. Well, no, this one wasn't. I'll pick this one. The Hustle Award, this goes to 2 individuals who I felt like brought it every day. They brought it to practice, they brought it to the games, and when they were called on, they did everything that they could. They worked their tails off pretty much. and did anything that was asked of them. But that goes to Tara Davis and Peyton Lowry. The next three were voted on by the players, and that was the field captain, the person on the field who kept everybody involved, communicated well with the other teammates, and that one goes to Peyton Lowry. And the teammate award, the person who's always there, kind of like the other coaches have already said, those that had teammates award, you could count on, had a very good attitude, had a good work ethic, was there to pick the other teammates up, and that goes to Kylie Hawkins. And she's not here tonight, but the most improved goes to Peyton Broyles. And then we got 4 pictures on the team, but for the most part, we used to throughout the season, which was Kylie and Kenzie Davis. And so the ERA, the Earned Run Average Award, goes to Kenzie Davis with the 2.5. And it was pretty close, but Kenzie nudged her out just a little bit on that. But the winningest pitcher this year, and the one who pitched every game in the district tournament for us again this year, as she did last year, was Kylie Hawkins with a 25 record. And we did have, I don't have any plaques yet because this information just kind of hit a week or so ago, but I'm probably going to wait and just do that because we're going to have another one in the spring, I'm assuming. We'll have another one in the spring, so I'm going to wait and announce this again in the spring. But I do want to recognize some players that did make had some postseason honors. All district first team this year is in the pitcher position, Kylie Hawkins. Outfield position, Kenna Kirby. Infield position, Carson Haygood. Second team all district, catcher Micah Burton. Outfield, Olivia Watson. Infielder, Karen Bond. And we also had some, for our all-region that was selected to the all-region team. All-region second team was Kylie Hawkins, pitcher. And then for all-region first team, for outfield, Kenna Kirby. I really enjoyed working with these girls this year. As I said earlier, it was a little struggle, a little frustrating, but I hope in some way, shape, or form that they learned something this year, and we can just continue to build on that come springtime and win the LFC tournament again. So, thank you all. So that was short.
Hey, before we dismiss here, I can't leave without thinking this one guy, and he makes everybody's sport experience, every other thing that we do at the school, he's there somehow. He just appears, and the kids are always like trying to get on Facebook and say, hey, did this guy take pictures? Let me see him, let me see him. And we love you, Steve, man. Before you guys leave, athletes, we would like you to hang around just a little bit. Make sure you go get some goodies at the Booster Club thing.